Hello all my YouTube friends and welcome to the channel where we learn, create, and share. My name is Greg and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the perfect accessory for the LP5 laser machine, and that's the safety enclosure. We're going to be checking out some features on the safety enclosure, and then to bring everything all together I'm going to be using the Laserpecker software to create one or two projects so that we can see the laser machine in action along with the safety enclosure. The safety enclosure is going to go beyond the basics of blocking the scatter light with this nice eye-friendly laser door. It's also going to go beyond the basics of just containing all the smoke and smoke residue within the machine so that it can be very quickly and effectively exhausted out the side of the machine. There's a lot of convenient features built into this unit that are going to really add to my enjoyment when I'm creating projects with my LP5. And with that, let's start checking out some of the features around the outside of the enclosure before we check out the inside where there's even more yet cool features. Covering the basics, the safety enclosure is going to be specific to the LP5 laser machine. Located on the front is an up and down button to bring my work material into perfect focus. Conveniently located next to the controls on the front is a nice emergency stop button on the side of the machine that does protrude out, making sure that I can quickly reach it should I ever have to use the red button. Also located on this side, a little bit closer to the back, is going to be a port for connecting up a fire suppression system. There's a blue port for the fire suppression material to go into the enclosure. And right next to that will be the data port signaling and powering the module for the fire suppression. Before making this video, I did look on the Laserpecker website to see if I could find this fire suppression unit that would connect up, and I didn't see anything just at this time, so maybe that's still in development, but always nice to see the future expandability and safety of the enclosure. Below the fire suppression ports is going to be the power connection for the entire cabinet. And we're going to see that not only does this power the cabinet itself, but also the LP5 laser machine. And that's a good segue to check out the back of the safety enclosure. 3 cables are all that's needed to interface the laser enclosure with the LP5, 1 power cable and 2 USB cables. Also located on the back is this large access door. On the side opposite of the red e-stop button is going to be the exhaust port, which is compatible with the Laserpecker Air Purifier system with easy hose connection. Finishing the tour of the outside of the enclosure where we started from, check out this huge door. Not only is this eye-friendly so that I can safely watch the progress of my project being made, when I open the door, we're going to see that I have easy access to everything inside where we're going to continue our tour. Once inside, we're greeted with this heavy-duty aluminum laser bed, and check out all of these attachment holes. Each of these holes is threaded for attaching guides or helping secure material down inside of the enclosure. This laser bed is held precisely in place with 4 heavy-duty posts, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Checking out the ceiling, we're going to find that we've got 2 really nice lights. There's one right there and one right there. In the middle of the lights is going to be a sensor for fire detection. Located all the way in the back is going to be a powerful dual fan exhaust system. That whole system can be easily removed from the enclosure for easy cleaning and maintenance. Lastly is the lens from the LP5 poking through. The LP5 is held in place with a thumb screw here and one on the other side. And directly behind that is the smart camera system, which I think is one of the coolest features on this enclosure. Those are just some of the features on the enclosure. And if you'd like to check out more, I'll have links down below for not only the enclosure, but also the LP5 laser machine and the air purifier. Setting up the LP5 with the enclosure is very straightforward. I encourage you to check out the Laserpecker website to get the latest documentation for the easiest, quickest setup. But for this video, I'll just do a quick synopsis of that 3-step process. Step 1 is going to be to take your mobile device, whether it's Apple or Android, and connect up to the LP5 and make sure that it is correctly communicating to the enclosure and the smart camera system. Step 2 is going to be verifying that the laser head is properly focusing down to the bed of the enclosure. Pretty straightforward and only takes about a minute. And finally, step 3 is going to be doing a test engraving within the center of the work area and then taking another camera snapshot and comparing the graphic placement within the computer system and the engraving we just did and making sure that those two line perfectly up with one another. And for any adjustments that are needed in there, it's just simple arrow keys within the software to finish out that camera calibration. All in all, setting up the LP5 to the enclosure with that 3-step process takes maybe about 10 minutes or even less. Well, I have talked about the enclosure, we've looked at the enclosure, and now it's time to see it all in action by jumping into the free laser design software and creating a project or two. And by the way, I'll be connecting the computer up to the LP5 with Wi-Fi. That way I can use all the features of the enclosure, including the smart camera system. Before I jump into the computer, I do have to make sure that the firmware of the LP5 is fully updated in order to communicate with the enclosure and the smart camera system. I must be at firmware level 802 or higher for everything to work correctly. Mine's all set up, and now I'm ready to jump into the software. It'll be same as usual. I'll connect to my device up in this corner, and I'm going to use Wi-Fi connection. I know I'm connected when the blue light stops blinking and it turns a solid blue color. I can navigate down to this camera area and click the camera refresh button. That's going to take a fresh snapshot, and we're going to see that I do have a piece of material already placed inside of the enclosure. Next, I'm going to import some clip art built into the software. And let's find something neat. Right now during the recording, it's around the winter time, around the holidays, so I think I'll get Santa Claus here imported. And that loads in behind this dialog box, and I'll close this down and I'll shrink this down to something that's going to fit my work material. Something like that looks good. Now for best practice with the camera system and using this type of galvo laser, that's the LP5, I always want to have my graphics directly in the center of the work area. For this, I'll make sure that the graphics highlighted, and I'm going to come up here to align and align to center of the workspace. Next, I'm going to hit the preview button, and that is going to give me the blue outline of my project area so that I can move my work material to the correct spot. The first thing I'll do is set the focus of the laser using the up-down buttons here. That's perfect, and I'll move the workpiece to the correct spot, and that too now looks perfect. Once again, I'm moving my workpiece to the outline for the best practices of engraving directly underneath the LP5 along with, that's the perfect spot to make sure I get the most accuracy out of that smart camera system. This all looks good, and now I can close the door. Back at the computer, I can exit the preview, and I can hit the refresh for the camera one more time to make sure that everything looks good and check that out. That looks perfect. Now I'm going to click on laser engraving settings and put some settings in here. I think I'll try a power level of 85% with a depth of 50%. My resolution is going to be at 1K, so it's going to give me a ton of detail and still allow the machine to engrave very quickly. I think this all looks good, and all I need to do is turn on the air purifier and tune in some background music, and we'll watch a little montage of this first project being made. And by the way, after I'm done doing the engraving and before I remove the work material, I'll update that camera view one more time. We're going to check out just how closely the engraving turned out to where I placed the graphic within the software. Well, that didn't take very long at all. I believe that whole engraving took less than 3 minutes. Now, before I remove that engraving out of the machine, I do want to go back over to the process here and update that camera view to see how well the engraving matches up to the graphic. I loaded in a new image from that camera and check that out. It is perfectly aligned. There's just a little bit off. If we consider that being off, that's going to be a fraction of a millimeter. And I think this is really great for those of you who do a lot of jewelry where those pieces are relatively small, whether it's a necklace or earrings. Being off about a millimeter really does show up, but with the camera system on the enclosure, I get sub 1 millimeter accuracy, and I don't think I could get even more accuracy than that if I made a template and manually aligned my workpiece up to the laser. So definitely very impressive and pretty cool. And if we're wondering what the engraving looks like, here is how it turned out. It turned out really well. I think if I was going to change something, I would change the engraving depth to be a little bit less. This is engraved a little bit deeper than I would need to. I'm underestimating the power of that LP5 just a little bit, but reducing that engraving depth would also increase the speed of the laser, taking that 3 minutes and making it even less. Overall though, really like the results. It's very nice to be able to utilize an enclosure with a laser machine. Again, going beyond having my eyes protected by the nice door that I can easily see what's going on with my project. The enclosure is a great way to capture all of the smoke and fumes and run it through an air purifier. The other really cool thing is that Laserpecker designed this enclosure so that the laser head is not in the laser area itself around all that smoke. It's out here in all this clean air, so the air vents on both sides of this head unit are never going to suck any smoke in, protecting all of the delicate electronics and most of all, keeping all the heat sinks from this powerful LP5 nice and clean, keeping the machine running cool and efficient, making it last so much longer. Join me in future videos on the Laser channel where I'll be running more projects with this enclosure and checking out more features of the smart camera. And don't forget to help support the Laser channel by giving this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Not only does it help the Laser channel grow, but it's an excellent way of connecting video content like this with other great viewers just like you. Well, until we meet again in the next video, learn, create, and share.